example, the beautiful girl. Or you say, the handsome boy. Supposing there are people in a class, or there are people in an office, or any place that people gather, and most of them are not beautiful or are not handsome. I may refer the person to go to the person who is beautiful, because others are either ugly or whatever. That means this word ugly and the beautiful or handsome in question, each and every one of them can be used to accommodate the example of what we call adjective, because they are describing the nouns. Girl is a noun. Boy is a noun. If you say beautiful girl, this beautiful is an adjective because it is qualifying the girl. If you say handsome, it's also an adjective because it qualifies the boy. Another example is, if I ask my child, for instance, to go to my room and pick a cab for me. Maybe I have 10 cabs or even 20 cabs in the room. Cabs. Okay? I believe the boy would ask me, Daddy, which of the cabs are you talking about? Among the cabs, there is black cab, there is red cab, there is green cab, there is white cab, and other colors altogether. If I mention any word that will qualify a cab I want, that word is another adjective. For instance, get me the blue cab. The blue cab. Cab here is our noun. This blue is an adjective because it qualifies the noun cab. So there are a lot of things that we have to understand in our language command or language expression, especially when we come to analyze what we have at our disposal. If we say we are looking for a work of an adjective, we have to find clue to what a noun is. If we get the noun, is there any word used with the noun that is giving the description or the modification of the noun? If you have such word, you conclude by saying it is an adjective. At this point again, we need to understand the relevance of context. As I have given you an example in our previous discussion, where we have seen how some nouns can function as either verbs or adjectives in some sentential structures depending on their operational implications. As such, we may bring clue again for us to refresh our memories on the context we have discussed. Again, if we take this example for instance, applied science, applied sciences, applied sciences. This is a noun. Applied here. What do we call it? We call it an adjective because it is qualifying the noun science. And you know, some people would just jump into conclusion, especially learners of English like you and I. We may just by seeing IED, you know, most the times when we see IED or D or ED inflectional morphemes added to a particular word, we intend to say they are verbs. But context typifies that they may change clue to the understanding of what a verb is. Based on how the word is used, it can change its own class. In this sense, it is a very clean, clear, and clean-cut example that it is not a verb in this context, but what? An adjective. Why is it an adjective? Because it is qualifying the noun sciences. Unlike when you say, I applied for science course. I applied for science course. In this sense, we still have applied here. But is it the same operational implication we can see in this first example? No. What it does here is modifying the noun sciences, and it becomes adjective. But what we have here, just take a look. I applied for science course. Here, I applied, it is a verb. It is a verb because it carries the burden of an action in it. But when you come here, applied sciences, it is just modifying the noun sciences. There are other several examples. This is for just a verb in question. You can also have this, like I have given you before. House girl. House girl. Okay? This is used here as an adjective because it qualifies the girl. But if you remove it and write it here, okay, it can be just called a noun because it is just giving a name to something. So this is how adjectives work. We may also have another sense using another example to show you that there are verbs with even ing that can be used contextually in a sentence to give us what we mean by modifier or adjective. For instance,